Hi everybody, it's Bradley Barnes, and you're joining me here on my back porch on this beautiful afternoon. The rain has stopped, the birds are out. You'll probably hear them during this video. And I wanted to talk to you about the weekend. What are your plans? Maybe your plans have been a little disrupted with everything going on. Maybe your weekend doesn't look as full as you thought it was going to be. And maybe you're wondering, what the heck am I going to do with all this free time? But I come to you today, brothers and sisters, with a message of hope and joy. And that message is that boredom can actually be a good thing. And maybe that's a terrifying concept to you, but I'm here to tell you, boredom can create saints. Take, for example, St. Ignatius of Loyola. He gets a leg injury from a cannonball. He's boarded up in bed. He can't get out. So what does he do? He picks up a book of the saints. He starts reading through the lives of holy men and women, and it encourages and inspires him to become a saint himself. St. Therese of Lisieux even knew that in the little moments of a day, you can find the presence of God and you can find worthwhile meaning to every single thing that you do. We don't have to fill up our time with craziness. We don't have to fill up our time, if you're an adult like me, with doing every single possible piece of work that we can do every day of the week, especially when we're doing all that work from home. If you're thinking as a student, oh my gosh, I've got all my schoolwork at home right now. I gotta be doing all these different things. It's great to be motivated, but it's also really important to take a break and to take a moment and to not overschedule yourself. And it's also especially important to fill that break time with good things. When I was young and I'd have like a Christmas break or something, I did not fill my break time well. I would just burn through a bunch of video games, maybe a little bit of reading, not a lot of time with my family. I remember one Christmas break, Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64 came out. That's how old I am. Came out while I was in high school, and I beat almost the entire game in a weekend over my Christmas break. Not a good use of my free time. But let's take a look at the Psalms. Let's figure out what God's plan and purpose is for us in those times when we enter into a stillness, when maybe we might be in the danger of becoming bored and not having a way to fill that time. Psalm 131, and it's really nice because it's just 3 verses. That's a whole chapter of the Bible, a whole psalm. It says, "Lord, my heart is not proud, nor are my eyes haughty. I do not busy myself with great matters, with things too sublime for me. Rather, I have stilled my soul, like a weaned child to its mother. Weaned is my soul." Israel, people of God, hope in the Lord now and forever. I'm not busying myself with things that I think are important right now. I'm not busying myself all the time with these many different things that I want to plug into my life. Instead, I want to cultivate my spirit to be dependent on God, to be still, to rest in Him, to draw my hope from Him, and to know that it's going to be okay. If I have to sit and take a moment and be a little bit bored, it's going to make my mind be drawn to greater things. I might think about God in a new way that I've never thought about Him before. I might sit and consider a question that's never occurred to me. Boredom can be a good thing, and you can grow in holiness with it. Just don't be afraid of sitting and being still with God. Because much in the opposite of how I was when I was younger, I want all of us to grow to be like children, in the sense that we are wholly dependent on our Father in heaven for everything. And you know what? Sometimes when I was young and I would go to my parents and I would say, "I'm bored, I don't know what to do," they'd say, "Tough, you have to suck it up. And you've got to just be bored," because they knew that that was a good thing for me. So maybe God is calling you to that this weekend. So I hope that whatever you end up doing, that it ends up being a time of holy leisure, a time to take a break from your schoolwork, take a break from the chores, as long as mom and dad say that's okay, and do things that really, really matter. Spend time in prayer. Go hang out with your family if you've not gotten an opportunity to this week. And above all, on Sunday, go and stream a live mass, especially a live mass. Recorded ones are great, but try to stream a live mass with your family and be recreated through the liturgy and worship of the church. And experience Sunday especially as a day of rest as God has designed it for you. I hope that God's blessings go with you this week, that all of our guardian angels are set on high alert all around us, and that you're staying safe. God bless you, and I look forward to seeing you again.